Hey, welcome. I'm Rich.
And I'm Sandy, and welcome to Trapping Inc. Scuttlebutt podcast.
We're out at a trapping cabin here, and we've had some stuff going on. If you've been following us on social media last couple of weeks, YouTube decided to demonetize our channel.
Out of the blue, right? Because we've been posting our videos on YouTube for...
Yeah, we're about halfway through season 8, and there are 10 seasons. We're filming season 11 right now. But all of a sudden they've decided that we violate their rules, and especially in the funny part is they say we're inhumane and torturing animals. And it's really odd that they would choose that, other than I know that a whole bunch of other trapping channels have been targeted. It's like profiling. They've profiled all these other channels, and they've targeted all of us. But we are in Canada, and as Canadians, trapping, especially documenting it on video, for the world to see, we follow the AHITIS, which is the Agreement for International Humane Trapping Standards. And in it, it outlines what is legal for trapping and what the humane standards are. We meet all of that. And that was the biggest reason for us starting the TV series and then putting it to YouTube, is because it was educational.
Yeah.
We were teaching people who are not, like the U.S. is not signatory to the agreement. And a lot of people aren't current with what's going on, but it is a good thing for us to be able to say that we do have humane trapping standards and that we meet and exceed them. So that's what we were doing. We were teaching that. Everything we show on our channel meets this agreement. It is in compliance with the agreement. So it's educational, and we're teaching a better way and a new way forward. YouTube won't have any of that. They continue to say that we are showing the torturing of animals. I can understand different lifestyles, okay? Lifestyles that figure the Kardashians are all that in a bag of chips. To me, that stuff shouldn't be allowed on TV. But that's my opinion. This is our life.
Yeah.
This is our life, what we're showing, and we are trying to teach a better way to do stuff. But YouTube has decided against it. So this will be the last video that we post on YouTube.
Yeah.
You can follow us to Rumble. We're going to Rumble for sure. We have
our locals channel,
trappinginc.locals.com, and you will find our videos there as well. We will continue on. They're not stopping us.
But they are limiting our exposure, and certainly YouTube is a platform that a lot of our viewers go to because it's been easy, and it's kind of been the first one. So it's kind of like the Kleenex of videos to share.
Yeah, but we are on Rumble, and I think I'm up to episode 5 or season 5 that I've been uploading there. Eventually, they will all get up there, and if watching for free is what's important to you, then it will be there. The disadvantage about Rumble is that it's a smaller audience, and it's a
it's a smaller audience for now. But I think as people in our realm, and that doesn't mean just trapping, but people who have a love of the outdoors and want to see what's going on, when most people aren't in the bush. Lots of people comment on this kind of thing, but I think once it's understood that the censorship of YouTube, it will permeate through the outdoor world, and it will drive people to places where they can actually watch the content that they're looking for.
Well, like they said, when they came for trapping, I didn't trap, so I didn't speak up.
Yeah.
When they came for guns, I didn't own guns, so I didn't speak up. When they came for hunting, I didn't hunt, so I didn't speak up. Now they've come for fishing. What will we do? This is the way it works.
Yeah.
This is the way it works. And agree with or disagree with the NRA, they were right when they said first they take the anti-tank launchers, and eventually they won't take your hunting rifle. They'll call it a sniper. Mm-hmm. They'll call it a sniper's rifle.
And they're already doing it.
Yeah, sniper's weapon, and they're already doing that. But this is typical of these mission statements. You know, one time our other program that we were involved in, Outdoor Quest TV, we started an outdoor channel in the States. And it was all about hunting and fishing. That's all it was. And then, Outdoor Life Channel started the same way. ESPN started the same way. TNN did.
Yeah.
And they got huge numbers and then sold. And the people that they sold to did not believe in the outdoors, and so then moved into gold mining and X Games and all that kind of stuff. And now most of these channels don't even exist anymore. The same thing happened to us on Amazon Prime.
Yes, that was a couple of years ago.
Yeah, we were huge on Amazon Prime. We were millions upon millions of minutes a week were being streamed, and then they took away our right to post anything new. Yeah. They took away our right to add anything or to edit, and now we're not even allowed on the channel. So what it is that, you know, as while we seem to think that the outdoors and the people, outdoor enthusiasts, are minuscule or are a small part of the population, we play an outsized role. You take a look at who the first adopters, the early adopters are for all of this stuff, YouTube included. It's us. It's us, but then once we make them into something, then they sell it out from underneath us.
Well, it was interesting because I saw a meme the other day on Facebook or Instagram, one of the two, and it talked about what hunting and fishing does for the U.S. economy is bigger than the NFL. And that's really something, because you think about those huge stadiums filled with people, the streaming that goes on. That's something that a lot of the streaming services are really latching onto now, is sports. They know who the sportsmen are. They just don't like the other side of what we all do. And that is being part of the land, being part of what is a grassroots movement and always has been. So, you know, think about that the next time that you're on these sites, because gradually, little by little, they're chipping away at what you're allowed to see or what people will put up. Now, YouTube is just so magnanimous. They came to us and said, well, first of all, they advised that we were going to be demonetized, and
we are.
Well, yes, but Richard then appealed the decision, and the decision that came back from them was, yeah, sorry, you're not allowed, but please continue to put your content.
Make better content that doesn't show inhumanity to animals. These jerks, and that's not the word I want to use.
No.
These jerks have decided what's humane.
Yeah.
And even though the fact is that we are signatory to an international treaty.
Well, and not only that, but that international treaty, we should probably explain it, is that, you know, fur was, or fur trading, fur buying, fur anything in Europe was banned, essentially.
Anything from Canada.
Anything from Canada and the US. And so the Canadian trapping community came together and said, okay, what will it take to satisfy you that we are not being inhumane? And they set out a list of standards.
They laughed.
And, well, first of all, they laughed.
Yeah, well, they laughed because they didn't think that we could ever meet it. We met it, and we've exceeded it, and we've exceeded it again since the update in the mid '90s. Here's the thing, though. Even that deal with the European Union to make it so our fur was legal over there. There are two animals that are not covered by that agreement.
Yeah.
Fox and mink.
Yeah.
You know why?
Because they're ranched in Europe.
They ranched them in Europe. So
and what could be more inhumane than keeping, what was formerly a wild species? It's not any longer, but being kept in small cages and, bred and fed for the purpose of killing them and putting them in garments. Now, I don't know. Is that humane? Is it not? I don't know.
But other than that, YouTube has decided what's humane.
Yes.
And YouTube is full of a bunch of touchy-feely, emotional jerks, once again.
Yes.
Not the word I want to use. But they have decided that they're more important and that they have a better grip on things, and yet we were the educational ones. Like I know that there's a lot of just it's profiling. Everything that has trapping on it has been attacked and demonetized. I know of a half dozen in the last week alone, and they're doing it because they don't need us anymore. And next it'll be guns and it'll be hunting and they'll all be demonetized. They'll all be gone. You'll be able to watch the stupid Kardashians and Beastmaster or whatever and people playing video games, really intelligent educational stuff. You'll be able to watch that for forever. Eventually, they will die. Eventually, YouTube will pass on. You just can't get so far away from your base before it costs you. I mean, we see it all the time. However, the fact that they are so egotistical and have not even begun. This is the other problem too. I don't think I've even dealt with a human yet. I've been dealing with AI, with a bot, yeah. And because I get the same form letter back again and again and again, and so it's not like I'm dealing with anybody real, but eventually they'll understand that we were real and we'll be popular somewhere else. It's unfortunate. I mean, people say, well, what about, why does demonetize bother you? Well, for one thing, it's a way of making you self-censor. They haven't banned you from putting anything up, but if you're going to make any money from it, you have to do what they want. Yeah. So it's a method of self-censoring, and censorship is never good. The second thing is that this stuff doesn't happen for free. Yeah, there are people who might get a funny cat video for free and it makes them some money, but none of this rest of this happens for free.
No,
it costs a lot of money, a lot of time, and
for a lot of people, YouTube is their sole enterprise for their business as well.
Yeah. Anyway, you will see the connection to Rumble and to Locals up on the screen. It's unfortunate. If we had a chance to be monetized again, because we don't get paid a lot. What?
It's minuscule, a couple $100 a month, but it isn't. I guess it's not the money so much as it is the censorship of what we do, and it's not taking into account what a lot of people are showing on TV, not just us, or not on TV, but on YouTube. Not just us, but there's a lot of people out there doing a lot of good work and trying to educate people on what it is to be in the outdoors. And there is a group of people who are standing in the way of your right to live your life the way you want it. So consider that.
That was the point I was trying to make, and I battered all around it and jumped over it a couple times and everything else. But is that as a Canadian show, we are the humane standard.
Yeah.
We are educational. We are the humane standard, and they had no right to demonetize us saying that we were inhumane.
Right.
And that's the whole problem.
It's manipulation. And it's designed to manipulate the content provider, just as you said, to try and get you to continue, but take the offensive out of it. We actually had someone who says that he's watched the show tell us to just take the offensive stuff out. And that is the real crux of all of this, is that they don't care what our definition of offensive is. It's their definition that matters, and it's trapping in general. It's nothing to do with anything other than censorship of this community, of the outdoor community. And as producers and consumers of this type of information, we all need to get together and understand what's going on, because they're coming for our way of life.
Absolutely.
They want us all living in cities, and pretty soon we're going to be the Hunger Games.
I was flabbergasted when they said that we were showing inhumane methods and that. You don't see it other than we once had a beaver show where we shot beaver.
Yeah.
That's the only thing you've ever seen die. Everything else is dead when we get there. Yeah. We've occasionally showed an animal being skinned, but that's educational once again.
Yeah.
I'm going around in circles here. You can join us at Locals, you can join us at Rumble, but this is going to be the last one you're going to see for us from YouTube. We'll probably post it once a week just to make them mad.
I think we should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see you down the line.